Hello again, Internet. Welcome back to HemingwayLand.com, your source for quality, affordable land in the states of New Mexico and Hawaii. This is our preview, our weekly preview of all the properties that are going live on the website for tomorrow, Friday, October 2nd, 2020. Having just closed out September, I will confess that we had an amazing month, particularly an amazing last week of the month. So, as always, do want to take a couple seconds here just to thank all the people who bought land from us these past 7 days. And, by the way, who started off October super strong today. So that list includes, in Socorro County, Jessica, Chris, James, and Alicia all bought land from us. James bought the 3-acre property. Alicia bought the 2-acre property, both of which went live last week. So thank you to all of them. In Taos County, Matt and returning customer Peter both bought land from us in Tres Piedras. And throughout the rest of the states, we sold the San Miguel property to Alfredo, a Hawaii property to David, a Torrance County property to returning customer Jubal. And just today, start of October, we sold the Colfax County property in Angel Fire, really nice lot, to Kevin. That one will be closing through title and escrow, presumably sometime in the next 30 days. And Ray and Henry picked up the last of the Cibola County Tierra Verde lots. I will confess that if you're looking for more Tierra Verde lots, we have 4 that just came out of escrow, and heaven only knows when they'll actually be photographed, but I presume by November we will have them up on the website, FYI. Anyway, guys, with that all said, new properties going live this week. We got a bunch, about 10 new lots. First one is going to be out in Valencia County. Yes, we've got more properties now down in Valencia County. This was actually going to be, I was going to debut 5 lots this week, and then my photographer sent back copious notes about driving directions, and it made me reconsider the amount of work that's going to have to go into those listing pages. So we have 1 lot going live this week. The other 4 will show up next week. Whatever the case, this is out in the Rio Grande Estates portion in Valencia County, so there are zoning laws out here with this one. That being said, it is 3 adjacent 1-acre lots, which we are selling for $1,500. You will notice, guys, we sell 1 acres for $1,500 in Socorro County. We sell 3 adjacent ones for $1,500 out here because this is ultimately a more remote location, number 1. Number 2, a little harder to get to because Valencia County puts no effort, none, 0, into these roads. So you can drive this road, but the road that goes down about 1,000 feet to get to the 3 adjacent lots, this one is a little non-existent. It's a little hard to drive through. Of course, you could drive on this one. This one's good. You can get to the property, but it's not really the legal access road. This would be. Whatever the case, there's a lot of people out here in this subdivision who do get tractors. There's a guy out there who does carving out of roads to help get you to your property. So you will find some people living out here, living close to the 47. Living more down here, you'll see more of it, where people have had roads carved out by people with bulldozers who come by and do that sort of thing. Whatever the case, it's a nice rural lot. It's if you want privacy, if you want to be out in the middle of nowhere and yet still close enough to things like Albuquerque up here and Elephant Butte Lake down here, it's a pretty good property for it. Of course, this is not a camping and RV type of property. Valencia County does have more zoning regulations than Socorro does. Everybody does. But nonetheless, it's a good property for a kind of nice private home site, particularly if you are kind of handy, kind of self-reliant, and you could do some solar power. I do not believe, I would not sell this as one where any day now utilities are going to be out here because, spoiler alert, they will not be. Whatever the case, this is one that I know appeals to some of you, not all of you, so we bought it, we're selling it, and hopefully you agree that the price is very agreeable. With all that said, new properties also going live in, you guessed it, Taos County. More properties in Tres Piedras this week, including, scroll down here, guys, all the way down here. Last one, another 1-acre lot, TSNM-ALL. As always, this is going to be priced at $3,000. Of course, quick thing, guys, if you come up here, as always, click on the master listing page, learn more right here. It'll take you to this thing. Right here, video that tells you everything, FAQ that tells you even more that no one ever reads, and a spreadsheet. Click on the spreadsheet, it'll bring up all the properties. The new 1-acre, guys, is right here in Unit 2, Block 75, Lots C and D, and of course the listing page has all of the information about the property itself. Just to give you a sense here, guys, in case you're not familiar with the plat, and who would be, these are what Lots C and D would look like, so legal access here along the eastern boundary of the 2 properties. Whatever the case, they form 1 acre, and of course they give you a lot more options when it comes to zoning, when it comes to avoiding zoning hurdles, what you can build out here. what you can get permitted for, etc. Also, of course, you'll be able to put down a well on the property if you so choose, a conventional septic system, which will make it a lot more affordable. In addition to this property, of course, we've also got a bunch of half acres going live this week in Units 1, Units 2, and down here in Units 5. And then we've got some quarter acres going live in Unit 7. Hang on, here we go, Unit 7. And Unit 8 down here. So 2 quarter acres, something like 5 or 6 half acres, and then this new 1 acre property. For the record, we listed 276 I&J a couple weeks ago, and I said that's going to be the last 1 acre property of the year. And then like the very next day, we got somebody calling us wanting to sell one of these properties. So a pleasant surprise, but I don't want you to think that was intentional. I genuinely thought it would be the last one of the year. Whatever the case, this one will probably be the last one of the year. 2 adjacent half-acre lots. Get it while it lasts, and they don't last long. Next, also going live this week, we have, ba-boom, more land in Socorro County, specifically in the Rio Grande Estates subdivision. The 2 new properties are going to be listed down here, last row, TSNM-ALL and 4658, respectively. Of course, we also have the main landing page for this. We have the Rio Grande Estates subdivision spreadsheet, and up here, these are the new properties. They're both in Unit 1, close to the highway, close to power. This one 1,500 feet from power, this one about a half mile. I will have you guys know, listing TSNM-6478, this is a corner lot, which is pretty close to power. So this is probably the one that you guys are going to hone in on this week. But so it's a corner lot. You know, it's a weird thing. It's a corner lot if you look at the plat map. If you look at the plat map, you'll say, oh yeah, vaguely it's a corner lot, right? And then when you go to a map and you actually look at it, good luck finding the corner. That being said, this is where the property is, and pretty close to this guy over here has got power lines at the property, utility box, etc. So I believe about 1,500 feet to the nearest power out there. You've got some arroyos you have to fight if you're going to come at the property from this direction or this direction, but ultimately if you come at it from here, you're going to be able to access it pretty easily. This, of course, is right down here by the 60, so the roads in this area are generally pretty good, pretty easy to navigate. Etc. Anyway, with all that said, guys, do want to, last week we teased a big surprise coming to Hemingway land this week, so I want to give you a little insight into that. If you studied the New Mexico listing page this week, you will have noticed that we have this in Sandoval County, Rio Rancho bulk acquisition, 660 new properties. We have been negotiating this for, I kid you not, 7 months now. 7 months. So this is a combination. It's 111 individual lots. Some of them are adjacent. So when we sell the adjacents together, it's going to shake out to 60 new properties. Whatever the case, we started work on the spreadsheet this week. I intend to start listing these next week. I will tell you, none of them yet have been photographed, but I'm at least going to give you guys access to the spreadsheet, access to the information, the GPS coordinates, the prices, etc. And the spreadsheet's going to be organized a little differently than we've done it in the past. It's going to be organized more like how we do the other spreadsheets, where they'll be organized by legal description. So Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, etc. And of course, interspersed with all that will be the blue properties, the ones that we've sold in the past. A lot of adjacent lots in here. You're going to see a lot of things like this, combination of 3 half-acre lots forming an acre and a half. We've got some 3-acre properties. We've got a bunch of 2-acre properties. Of course, those 2s are all like this, combination of adjacent 1-acre lots, etc. We're going to have all this filled in next week, prices, etc., and we're going to slowly start to get these photographed. Right now, we've got a backlog of properties that need to be photographed, and with these, we're going to start with, so let me do this. So this is Rio Rancho. We bought lots in Units 1 through 9. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right here, like that, roughly. And 9, 8, and 7 sit closest to development. They sit in the midst of this area right here. So some of these will actually have, honestly, I picked a lot of good lots. So there's a lot that have utilities on them, or at least power at the lot lines. Some of them are right off Southern, some of them are corner lots. We're going to have all that notated in the spreadsheet. But the point is that the most desirable lots for you guys are probably going to be in Units 9, 8, and 7, particularly if you're looking for investment property, particularly if you're looking for lots that are sort of right on the cusp of development. So those will be getting photographed first, but at the very least, we're going to make the spreadsheet available to you guys next week, so you can kind of peruse it. And if you want to go out and scout one of these in advance of our photographer getting out there, of course, we'll give you some kind of discount. I haven't decided what yet, but essentially if we don't have to send the photographer out to shoot it, then we save some money. So we'll pass the savings on to you if you are so motivated to go out and look at some of these properties independent to the listings being live on the website. Blah, blah, blah. Point being, I have been kind of hinting at a bulk acquisition out here. I've been working on it for a long time. The sellers, I'm not going to say they were indecisive, but they made the Prince of Denmark look impetuous. And if you get that joke, congratulations, you've read a book in your life. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Nobody ever gets that joke. Nobody gets that joke. Hamlet. I'm talking about Hamlet, but nobody gets that joke. Anyway, Hemingway, it's not really a joke if it's not fun. Yeah, I know. Anyway, all right, guys. So that's what's going live this week. Roughly about 10 properties. Big 1-acre property out there in Tres Piedras. New land in Valencia and Socorro County, etc., etc. And, of course, next week we're going to start to bring these live up on the website and slowly get them photographed, probably between now and Christmas. So, anyway, with all that said, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in next week's video.